have Dr. Nava Silton, who joins us now. And Dr. Silton, you're on with us much of our time here at Fox 5. We thank you for coming on with us tonight. You were a witness in part to this attack tonight. Tell us kind of what you saw and what you knew, what you know, and then we want to maybe get into how really this can affect people's mental health.
Yeah, it's very upsetting. This story comes very personally to me. It was a very dear friend of mine who was stabbed by someone. So I was coming out of the synagogue. We were all, for Tisha B'Av. It's a very sad day, and so already it's a a day of mourning of sorts. And I was just saying goodbye to my good friend, and he walked out, and I was in the synagogue putting some stuff away, and then I heard someone had been stabbed on 86 in Amsterdam, and by the time I arrived there, he was already off to the hospital. But I spoke to direct eyewitnesses who said that that basically this man had yelled Alu Akbar and had taken a screwdriver and stabbed him directly in the chest. And then he was kind of keeled over. And then the guy walked away and kind of pretended that he was not culpable and said, "Oh, maybe someone should call 911. It looks like someone's hurt on the street." So he was not, he was trying to kind of fit in with the crowd and then ran off. So that's what I know. I was able to visit the victim in the hospital, and he's just, he's brave and he's courageous, but it is incredibly scary. And he's just praying that the condition doesn't get worse. It doesn't get worse. He had to literally pull the screwdriver out of his body, so it was in deep enough that happened, and it was just really terrifying and traumatizing.
I'm sure not only for them, but the witnesses that saw it, and even for you as his friend, because when it is an alleged hate crime, it just takes it to another level. And the
Yeah.
police commissioner and the mayor are both reporting that that was spoken during this stabbing, that those words were spoken tonight. So, you as a Jewish New Yorker, how do you feel about it?
It's a really horrible thing, first of all, to experience it personally, in terms of a very close friend. It's as a Jewish person, it's terrifying, and just in general, I think we are very concerned about safety in New York City. We constantly feel that we need more security everywhere. These hate crimes are really terrifying. You don't know, when they're going to happen. And I think we really, as a city, need to take real responsibility and recognize a hate crime when we see it. 3 different individuals heard those words of Allahu Akbar said, and we need to do whatever we can to protect our, religious institutions, our schools, every possible place where that could be more vulnerable in these kinds of situations. And of course, it impacts people's mental health. It's traumatic, for not only those who experience it or those who are relatives or friends of the individuals, but for anyone in the community. So I think that we want to do everything we can to keep people safe, and that's what I think ideally we want to try to do.
And I think for people listening to this tonight, whether you practice the Jewish faith or not, you can relate, because you feel like, well, what if it was me that was being attacked for my belief, and what I stand for? So how do we as a city, and maybe goes beyond the city, the country, um, approach this, and how do we get through this? Because it does take a toll on mental health.
I think we need to be super careful about security. I think we need to be thoughtful about, funding security where it needs to be. I think we want to recognize when people do need mental health support. And I think people need to take these crimes really seriously because, as you said, this could have happened to anyone here in terms of the Jewish faith or of other faiths that are marginalized and discriminated against. And we really need to be there. We need to unify as a community. We need our governor to be on the same page and really protect the citizens of New York and, of course, the citizens of the world. We need to feel that we are safe. We need to feel that we're protected. We need to feel that our mayor is really doing everything he can to ensure all of his citizens are safe, and that the proper security measures are in place to ensure that.
It's tough to even think about tonight, and when it's a friend of yours, um, it has to just hit home that much more. But Dr. Silton, we thank you for joining us tonight and for being brave enough to come on here and talk to us about it. We wish your friend
Thank
the full
you.
recovery.
Thank you so, so much. And I just pray that everyone stays safe and we can do better to keep everyone feeling good, healthy, and safe.
There is no need for violence anytime, anywhere. We do not need violence. That doesn't solve anything.